still a bit warm here in Florida, but really, all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Love, they go play action now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's third-year punter, J.K. Scott. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at the 43. Powering his way forward. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On play action, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and you're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. The Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
36-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Rashawn Gary. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, it's Jones. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A 6-yard pick.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action this time with Love. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. But keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jabal Sheard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Shotgun now for Brady. And he finds Gronk. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Operating from the gun, Brady. He's got a 1st down past the 30. It's caught. Jones. And running with power here. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Brady again. Being chased out left. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Now, there's a target that just about any quarterback would like to throw to. Devin Funchess, one of the big body receivers in the league who can go up and get it. Former Carolina Panther, played 1 game with the Indianapolis Colts in 2019 before breaking his collarbone. Excellent hands, monster target, kind of forgiving target for a quarterback. The Packers really need him to develop and give them another option on the perimeter.
first down carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
He was
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
gain of 11 on the
So many
play.
times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Complete to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
17 yards.
I know a lot of Green Bay fans were pretty upset because they drafted Jordan Love, the quarterback out of Utah State. In fact, moved up late in the first round in order to grab him. But remember, they drafted Aaron Rodgers when Brett Favre was around. This kid brings mobility, an accurate arm when the pocket is clean, and they are hopeful to continue to see plays like we just saw in the future.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Sometimes the visuals don't exactly work out the way you expect. They wanted to let him use his size there and float one up to him, but he wasn't able to get any separation. The DB was right on him and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Good catch there by Mike Evans, and his ability to get downfield and create big plays is something that Tom Brady hasn't had on the perimeter in the last few seasons. Mike Evans often fools defenders with his speed because he's so long. People think he can't be that fast, but he is, and combines it with terrific hands and makes big catches.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 10, Packers 7.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start this.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I think it's overstating it to say that he came out of nowhere. But did anyone see 19.5 sacks coming from Shaq Barrett last year? And even after he became an acknowledged guy that you had to block, he still was able to get to the quarterback. Expects to continue on that level, and there he is, adding to his totals.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded right around his own 43. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First and 10. Here's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Packers. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucks with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Brady and the Bucks now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. It's caught. It's Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
1st and 10.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the 30-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is... You have both sides happy with that exchange, you know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Jones, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Green Bay.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 9, Brady, Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Operating from the gun, Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
Here's Irvin to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. Funches has it complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Complete.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go with Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Back now in Tampa. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Hauling it in from Rodgers. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Adams.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving. Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is fielded inside the 5. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
On 1st down, Jones. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll go again to Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Complete.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Gain of 20.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And some space here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown,
Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
14. Buccaneers 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards. This has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try.
A 29-yard attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Tampa Bay, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gunn. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.